guys, so today we're going to be making the bedroom for the Lalaloopsy house. So the first thing I've done is made the beginning of a bed, and this is 3 inches by 2 inches, and the tabs are a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. And I've cut 2 pieces here, 1.5 inches by 2 inches to be the head and footboards of the bed. But the first thing I'm going to do is take some white paint and paint on, trying to find the brush I want. There we go. Take some white paint and I'm going to paint the mattress of my bed white. It can be any color you want it to be, but I'm going to make mine white. And it doesn't matter if you get it on the sides because you're eventually going to cover that anyways. And as always, when you're painting, make sure your paint strokes go in the same direction or else it won't look pretty. Alright, so I have the top painted for my mattress, and I did paint the sides just because I can. But now I'm going to take ribbon and hot glue it on the sides. And this will be tricky because hot glue is easy to burn yourself with. So you're going to put a little drop at the very beginning of it and put your ribbon on it. And you want to make sure it doesn't cover the top, but you want to put glue in random places along the way and keep the ribbon as tight as you can. You could use felt or scrapbooking paper, cardstock, normal paper, really anything you want. I'm just using ribbon because I like my color. I like the color I have, and I have a lot of it. So now that I have the ribbon wrapped all the way around and glued, I'm cutting the corners all the way through so that it looks like this, and you can pull it back. And I'm going to take some more hot glue and put it along the inside of the box and fold the ribbon over and glue it down so it looks like this. And I'm going to do that on all the sides. Alright, so the next thing I did was covered the headboard and footboard in the ribbon, and I'm going to glue that onto the head and foot of the bed. And really, the ribbon didn't line up, and I couldn't find a way to make it line up. On the front, you can't tell that, but on the back, you'll be able to tell. One side's going against the wall, the other side's going to be shown, but that's really not a huge deal for me, so this side. And it will look like this. So we're going to move on to the next part of the bed. Alright, so the next thing I've done here is traced 4 2x3 rectangles onto a piece of cardboard. And this is to make the mattress because I decided I didn't like how the mattress is just there. So I'm going to make it pop out a little more. So I'm going to cut all of these out and glue them together. Alright, so I've glued the cardboard together. It fits inside the bed. So I'm going to wrap it in some used paper. Scrap leftover paper. You can definitely use Elmer's glue, a glue stick, whatever for this. I'm just using hot glue because I literally have no other glue left. Because I used it all on the last project I did. I'm going to go over here and cut off the edges of the paper that are showing. This may not happen if you're a really good folder, but I wasn't really taking time on folding that. I just folded it and called it good. Fold over the parts that are left open and slide it onto your bed. Alright, so now I'm going to make a blanket for the bed. I'm going to do that by taking a pencil, and for my bed, the bed is 3 inches long, so I'm going to make the blanket 3.5 so it can be folded over. And I'm going to go across here and make it 4 inches so it has some leeway. And this is felt, and it's the felt that I used for the floor of my bedroom. But now I actually want to make sure that fits. And now I'm going to cut this out. Now that the blanket is done, I'm going to put it on here, and lining it up, I'm going to crease it, put some hot glue there, and fold it down. The reason I made mine 1/2 inch longer than what the bed is was so I could do that. When the doll's head is on there, this covers her head, so I'm actually going to do this and fold it back again, which is optional, but now it will rest on the bed like this. Alright, so I'm not sure if this will work, haven't tried it before, but we're going to try and make a pillow using ribbon. I cut 4 out, might need more or less, and each one is about 3 inches long. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and put hot glue along the side of this and just glue it together. And I'm going to do this with all 4 of them. Alright, so I trimmed off the extra edges, the part that hung over the edge, and I'm going to fold this over, and it's supposed to be 1 inch, about 1 inch, by about 2 inches. And I can definitely cut this down if I need to. But this looks pretty solid. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and this is where I want to be really, really careful, because this is going to be difficult to do without burning my fingers. Very difficult. That's very hot. Alright. So I think I kind of got that. So I'm going to take one end. Right now this is about 4 inches. About 3.5 actually. But I'm going to take one end of it and glue it down. Now we're at 3 inches. I ripped up some Kleenex pieces and I'm going to roll it up and push it down into this little tube. Alright, so I think I have that pretty well there, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I want to make sure this is all done on the same side. And I'm making sure to keep it at 2 inches. But with fabric, the hot glue doesn't stick very easily, so you want to hold it down for a good amount of time. And then I'm going to put some glue in here and back here. And glue it down again. There. And you're done. Alright, so the next thing I did was covered the headboard and the footboard in the same thing. I don't know what it's called. I said it earlier. Ribbon. It's called ribbon. Let's try that again.